friends, and welcome to this ASMR video. Today I'll be opening a packet of the Subbuteo Squads cards from the mid to late 90s. I picked these up at my local memorabilia shop and I actually haven't opened them yet. It's still sealed. I'm very excited to see what these are like. They weren't my favourite cards when I was growing up, but I remember having them because I collected pretty much everything to do with football. And I think there's some sort of games from memory. They have ratings on the players. I read the back. It says, "You have before you a unique action-packed card game. Every squad's deck includes 45 cards, 40 Premier League Cup player cards and 5 incident cards, and full match rules. Cards in this squad's deck bring different powers, tactics and football skills to the game of squads. Don't forget you can play a match with any 45 cards, so why not try to build a stronger squad using unique cards from other squads' products." So this is from a mix of Subbuteo. I did buy 2 of these packets, but only after I bought them I did see on the back that it tells you, it says this deck includes, and it lists players, and I did count them and it adds up to the 40, so I wonder if it's telling me who's in there. And my other packet said exactly the same thing, so I will be a little bit disappointed if these literally are the ones in here, but we'll see. Okay, well, without further ado, let's open them and get some nostalgia going. I'm not keeping the box, so I don't mind being a bit rough with it. Very rough with it, in fact. Maybe I should have done it. This is one I prepared earlier, but it's okay. We keep them pure. I hope it's very ASMR, like watching someone struggle with a packet. Here we go, we're in. Zero points for presentation. Okay, just move that to the side. In the absolute state it is. Okay, they're also in another little wrapper here, so I'll just take this one off. I probably can slide them out. I can slide it off, there we go, that's gone. So, we have 45 cards here. Here we go. So the first card is an introduction to the card game. It says 1996 here, so this may well have been the first series. Or it could have been just that it was made in 1996. Tells you the requirements of the game. Squads match rules are for 2 players each with their own squad's deck of 45 cards. Not sure I'm going to find someone else with a deck. A full game lasts for 90 cards, 45 cards each way. For a shorter game, just play one half of 45 cards, or even split one deck between 2 players. You can exchange cards from this deck with those from another deck or foil pack. You can have any combination of player cards and or incident cards. Just try to build your strongest squad. And the object of the game, just like real football, try to pass the ball forward, get into a shooting position and score more goals than your opponent. There's some tactics there as well. Goalkeepers with a higher, looks like an arrow pointing upwards, numbers are better at stopping shots, and player cards with a higher arrow pointing upwards, numbers are better at scoring goals. Player cards with a position of defence can only score from corner kicks. Okay, the cards have certain rules there which I'm not going to go through now because I'm not sure that'll be terribly exciting. the setup. I vaguely remember doing this as a kid. I would have been about 12 years old when these came out. I don't think my sons will want to play this with me. This is not exactly TikTok. I'm not sure I have the attention span of this game. Plus there weren't many of the players as well. Okay, lots of rules. Lots of rules. I'm not going to go through all those. And here we go. Let's start with the actual cards then. So, we have match incident play on. Place this card onto your discard pile immediately after your opponent has played an incident card. The incident card is ignored and you keep possession. Continue as normal. This card is placed off the pitch and discarded after use. So a one-time use. I want to say there's Jeff Winter, but I'm not convinced if I'm right. Another referee, possibly Graham Pole. This one is an obstruction card. We have a linesman offside. This is proper old school Premier League with the green tops, kits. I think they tried to make football more exciting in many ways, and one of them was to change from black for the referee. Oh, I seem to have two of those ones. Match incident obstruction, two of those. Oh, and two of this one as well. I'm sure they could have got a better play on example of pose than that one. It doesn't look great. I do like the stripes on the kit though, that's very nice. Reminds me of the Nottingham Forest kit of 92-93, where they had the red top with the white pinstripes. Really nice kit. Okay, so here we go. So the first card I have is Stephen Hughes, Arsenal. This would appear to be someone who's better at possibly attacking than defending. I'm not really sure. I probably should have read the rules on that. Let's go back and read them quickly so I know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Oh no, they're the instant ones. Here we go. Player cards, right. Well, for a start, their example has got the name on the right hand side, not the left. Maybe that was a different series. Although that one isn't, that's a landscape and that's portrait. So, number 6 is the one there that says, oh, okay, that doesn't really help us. It just tells us that's that number and that's that number. I really should have read these beforehand, shouldn't I? I don't actually know what I'm doing with these cards. I think you combat the other player's number with yours. It looks like. Okay. So we have Stephen Hughes here. It looks like he's better at attacking. Oh, this can't be right because Dave Watson's a defender. He can't be better at defending than attacking. So it's got a little bit about them, their date of birth, previous clubs, height, place of birth, home ground. Very old school Arsenal badge, that one. I liked that kit though, I do remember that. David Watson, but there's Dave Watson. Blimey, date of birth 61. Wow. This guy is now 61 years old. Dave Watson, I'm just going to go through them quickly. Okay. Malatissier, good card. Very good player. In fact, I'm going to put the players in order, and choose at the end my favourite players, the best players I've got. So he won't be a contender. Actually, maybe I'll do my best team. Defender, he won't be in it. Definitely Matt Letizia will be. George Donis or Donis, I can't. This isn't very professional, is it, from the card makers? They've got him as a card, and yet the date of birth, place of birth, height, and previous club is all unknown. How can you not know that? And you're producing these cards. That's not great, is it? Weird badge as well with the yellow. Blackburn. Okay. Brian Atkinson, never heard of him. In fact, I'm just going to quickly check. Was I right in my theory that I'm getting the ones that are on here? I think, yeah, it looks like Atkinson is listed. Hughes is listed. I thought that was Mark Hughes at first, but it must be Stephen Hughes. We've had Watson, and we've had... I'm sure we've had someone else. Who else have we had? Letizia, yeah. Okay, so I kind of know who I'm going to get, but never mind. We'll ignore that for now. Brian Atkinson, you don't make the cut. Robin van der Laan, can't say I remember him either. Steve Agnew, Sunderland midfielder. Old school Sunderland badge as well. I've got 2 Sunderlands there. Oh, I have a goalkeeper, Mark Beanie. Now I do remember him from my Premier League sticker books. He will go in there just by default. The fact he's in my only goalkeeper at the moment. Roberto Di Matteo, I love that kit, that Chelsea kit, wonderful kit. Yeah, he's going in. Kevin Richardson, midfielder for Coventry. I like that Coventry kit as well, actually. Look how baggy these kits are compared to the modern day. If we just take these as 3 examples, if we see how baggy that shirt is on Steve Agnew there. He was born in 65, so he was 30, 31 maybe when this was taken, this picture. That's astonishing. Tough paper round for that guy. Robert Di Matteo, oh my god, these cards get funnier and funnier. Anyway, back to the baggy kits. You see how baggy these kits are. Very nice kits, so maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I do like these kits. He makes the cut. He doesn't. Terrible pose from Robbie Elliott there. And again, I might be wrong, but I thought that he had 2 T's on his name. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm going to put him in because I don't know who else I'm going to get. Nicky Marker. Vaguely remember the name. A lovely kit again. That's a gorgeous shade of blue. But no, doesn't make the cut. Steve Walsh. He scored quite a few goals for Leicester, I do remember that. I seem to remember him scoring in the famous game where Bergkamp scored the best hat-trick the Premier League's ever seen. So he goes in as well. Mikael Beck, I do remember. Again, unknown. Come on, guys. If you're going to put these cards out, at least make an effort. I know the internet wasn't around then, but still. Ravanelli, wonderful player, scored a hat-trick on his debut against Liverpool, I do remember. Home ground, the Cellnet Riverside Stadium. The Cellnet Riverside Stadium, the Cellnet I think became BT. I imagine it's still just called the Riverside Stadium now. How can they have unknown for Ravanelli? He's a world famous player. This is hilarious. He's definitely in the team. Stuart Castledine, I definitely remember the name. But he's not going to make my cut. Oh, Gary Speed. God rest his soul. Really good Premier League player. And I'm not the biggest fan of Everton, but again, that shirt looks lovely. makes the cut for me. David Hurst, solid Premier League striker, really, really good player. Played for Southampton as well. Sanderson, God, old school, proper old school. I'm going to put him in as well for now. I have another goalkeeper, but again, it's not a great one. Kevin Poole. Is he better than Mark Beanie? Probably, but I'm not going to put him in there because I remember Mark Beanie more fondly from my Premier League stickers. Brian Burrows, I think I used to get him mixed up with David Burrows, who I think also played for Coventry at some point. Again, love the kit, but nope, not going to make my team. Chris Powell. Yep, I think he's been a manager as well. He's a classic Premier League player. I think Chris Powell was most famous for being the first surprise inclusion from Sven-Göran Eriksson when he named his first England squad. And he went purely based on form as opposed to reputation. And he saw some great games from Chris Powell. I think he was left back. So fair play to Sven for that. I'm going to put him in my team. The baseball ground derby. This is before they moved to Pride Park. I thought they moved to Pride Park in the late 90s. I thought it was about 97, 98. So again, this shows these cards probably are first edition ones, first series. Maybe that 96 actually is when these particular ones came out. He's in the squad. Dean Saunders, great player. One of my earliest memories of the Premier League is him playing for Aston Villa against Liverpool and scoring a ridiculous goal from outside the area. I do like that kit as well, that Forest kit with the black, the sort of ombre I think it's called. Really nice. Oh, Ian Rush, legend. I'm slightly surprised. I forgot who's on the back, who it tells me I'm going to get. Ian Rush. Playing for Leeds. I don't think he played very long for Leeds. Leeds sold badge as well. Definitely makes the cut. John Barnes, who absolutely looks like he's been photoshopped into that picture. That really doesn't look like a proper picture of John Barnes. But see, that kit was 96, 97, 97, 98. So these must have been cards from the 96, 97 season. But I'm sure that some of the pictures are from before then. John Barnes there. Absolutely in the squad, and Gary Charles is too. I remember him from the Premier League sticker books. Michael Hughes, most famous for scoring the goal that cost Manchester United the league in 94-95 when West Ham drew 1-0 with them on the last day of the season to hand Blackburn the league. For that reason only, he's made the cut. Steve Stone, great player. I remember him from Euro 96. He was one of the players that was featured in the Free Lions video. I think they asked Badil and Skinner and asked a lot of players to do it, and not a lot of them weren't interested. Probably didn't realise how much of a hit it was going to become. So Steve Stone was in that video. So yeah, I like him. He's in the team. Neil Ruddock, oh my god, wow. Not got happy memories of Neil Ruddock. Not very good. But did score famously a header against Manchester United to come back to 3-3 at Anfield when Manchester United 3-0 up, and that was the game that Bruce Grobbelaar was alleged to have fixed. Alleged to have fixed. And if you watch a couple of the goals, you can see why. He scored the equaliser. I am going to put him in there, but I don't think he's going to make the actual team. Scott Fitzgerald. Wimbledon. Don't remember him too much. Finally a first choice goalkeeper. Eric Torstvedt. I remember him. I didn't realise he was still at Tottenham back back in 96. I thought he was early 90s. I thought they got my Ian Walker by then. Maybe he was sub-keeper, but I'm going to put him in. Viali again, God rest his soul. Okay, I'm getting a really good team now. I had a bad start, but I'm really getting some good players now. I could potentially have an all-Italian strike force. Phil Neville looks very young there. Manchester United, I think that was the kit they changed into at half-time when they lost to Southampton, and they said they couldn't see each other in the other kit. Reggie Blinker, definitely a standout player, standout face and hair from Premier League sticker books of old. I don't remember that kit, but that clashes with the referee, so that could be tricky, so I'm going to actually not have him in my team. David Batty, another good player, famous for not really liking football, not liking the celebrity lifestyle. Really good player, like to get stuck in. Watched a video on YouTube about him in a pre-season friendly against an Italian team, I think it was, getting really stuck in. Quite funny, really. Famously missed the penalty when Brian Moore asked Kevin Keegan on commentary, quickly, Kevin, do you think he'll score? And Kevin Keegan replied yes, because he had to. And Batty missed, and England got knocked out by Argentina. But despite that penalty miss, really good midfielder, definitely in the squad. Oh, sorry, getting excited now. Ryan Giggs, getting some really Premier League superstars coming up now. He's got high numbers compared to others as well, I've noticed. Just to be clear, I'm picking my squad based on my preference on my team, on who I liked in real life, not the squad's ratings. But Ryan makes it regardless. Steve Staunton, another good player, left back, scored a great goal at Old Trafford on the first Premier League season. I really like that Aston Villa badge as well, the claret and blue. I like that kit. I think they won the Coca-Cola Cup against Leeds in that kit. They knocked up, oh actually I think they went against Manchester United before that, but I think that was a different kit. He played for Liverpool too, yeah, quite like Steve Staunton, he's in. David Kerslake, remember the name vaguely, but don't remember him at all, so he's not in. Ili Dimitrescu, remember him, but no, he's not going to be in my squad. At least they bothered to find out some things about him, though, that's good. Barry Venison. I look at this and I can't believe he was still playing Premier League football in the mid to late 90s. Previous club, Galatasaray, that must have been when he played for Graham Souness. Barry obviously much on the defensive side of this game. I'm not going to put him in my team though. And finally, Lee Dixon. I think the thing that it was down here is his birthday is the 17th of March. He shares it with me. Yep, 17th of March. Oops. So, Lee Dixon, he makes the squad because the Arsenal defence of this time was absolutely sensational. So my squad, I've narrowed down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 players. So I've literally got more in this pile than I actually have over there. I'm going to have to be more harsh now because I need to narrow this down to a starting 11 subs. The fact that I've got 2 goalkeepers means that I'm going to have 1 in goal and 1 on the bench, obviously. So I'm now going to separate them into 3 piles: potential starting lineup, squad players, and out of the squad. Okay, I might need a centre back, so he's going to go into the pile of starters, which is going to be Eric Torzett. Letizia absolutely starting. Di Matteo, I'll put him in the squad player for now. Robbie Elliott, nope. You don't make the cut. Steve Walsh, I might need a centre back, so I'm going to put him in the squad. Ravanelli probably will be in the starting lineup. Gary Speed probably will be in the starting lineup. David Hurst, I'm afraid you don't make the cut. Chris Powell. Sorry, mate. Dean Saunders, you can be on the bench. Ian Rush, oh, I forgot about Ian Rush. You can be in the squad. John Barnes probably starts. Gary Charles might be needed in the squad. Michael Hughes, nope. Steve Stone, squad. Neil Ruddock, oh my god, squad for now. Viali, probably a starting lineup. Phil Neville, probably in the squad. David Batty will be starting lineup. Ryan Giggs, absolutely starting lineup. So Steve Staunton and Lee Dixon. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've actually managed to end up with 11 there. I wonder if that makes up a team. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've now done to 20. Okay, now it's time to make an actual team out of these players. So I'm going to move these out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to do a 4-4-2, typical 90s formation. So we'll start off with the goalkeeper. Eric Dorset will be my goalkeeper. Right back will be Lee Dixon. Left back will be Steve Staunton. Left winger, of course, Ryan Giggs. David Batty in midfield. Viali up top. John Barnes. Gary Speed, Ravanelli. Okay, I'm struggling now. I'm going to have to play him out of position. John Barnes, I'm going to have to put him on the right. And here comes Gary Speed. Oh my word, I've not really left myself for much of a team here, have I? You've got to have Letizia in there. What do you mean midfield? I'm going to go against what I said before. I'm going to go 4-3-3. And I'm going to take out Gary Speed and put in John Barnes. Actually, no. Giggs needs to be on the left. It's going to have to be 4-4-2. I'm going to have to put someone out of position on the right. My right hand side's not going to be very strong. I appreciate I've got too many players here at the moment. Let's have a look what else I've got. Mark Beanie is on the bench for sure. Di Matteo doesn't make it, I'm afraid. Steve Walsh is needed now. Steve Stone would be a right winger. Okay. Steve Stone on the right. Neil Ruddock or Steve Walsh. I'm going to put Neil Ruddock in just for laughs. I have not got a strong defence here. Definitely got weakness. And I've got too many subs at the moment, and I've obviously got one too many people on the team as well. I'm going to go for Viali over Ravanelli because I like the kit more. And I will just check. I need to choose 5 subs because we're not in the 7 subs days of Premier League football. So we've got a goalkeeper. We have a defender. We now need a couple of midfielders. In fact, Phil Neville will be a good one because he is a utility man. I'll have Di Matteo. And I'll have Ghost Speed and Ravenelli. So, this is my team now. I think I'll swap Barnes over because Barnes is more left-sided. Now, if this was based on their peak, John Barnes would be one of the best players I got, but that wasn't the best part of his career. Although he did score an amazing goal that season against Southampton away. So, this is my squad. I have. I'll start with the bench. We've got Mark Beanie, reserve goalkeeper, Phil Neville, utility man, Gary Speed, Roberto Di Matteo, and Ravenelli. We have in goal Eric Torstedt, Steve Staunton left back, David Watson and Neil Ruddock centre back pairing, Lee Dixon right back, Ryan Giggs left back, left wing, John Barnes and David Batty in the middle, two very different type of players, Steve Stone right wing, Fiali and Letizier up front. Now, if I'm honest, this isn't a very balanced team. We need better central defence and goalkeeper. These three are really the weak point in the team. I'm very happy with Staunton and Dixon, very happy with Giggs, Batty, Barnes because he was a legend before this. I've got a good strike force there. But I'm really worried about this. The pace in defence here is not going to be the best. I mean, especially if you think about these players, where they were in their career. Certainly Steve Staunton will be near the end of his career. But overall, I'm happy with this team. This isn't a bad squad at all. And I've got a decent bench as well. I'd probably say this team here, if it stayed fit, would be definitely top half of the table, probably pushing for top 6. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it. It's been a nice break from the Only Balls and Horses videos I've been doing, and I will be going back to those as well in the near future. I also bought some old football magazines from the 90s which are still sealed, which I'll be looking at in another video too, so please stay tuned for that one. If you did enjoy this video, as this channel is in its infancy, I really would appreciate a like, maybe a comment, maybe even a subscribe. That's up to you, but it would be appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.